Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to create amazing buttons without using or without writing a single line of CSS. You heard it right. So before talking anything further, let's see what type of buttons we're going to build or what types of buttons we're going to see. So this is the button that we're going to create. You can see it also has an hover state. When you hover over it, the color changes and it has borders and everything, rounded corners. So we are going to create these buttons and amazing different types of buttons using a tool, and we are not going to write even a single bit of CSS. You can see that here I have written all of these CSS, but I have not written it myself. We have used a tool using which we can create amazing buttons like this. We only had to write this boilerplate HTML code that is very easy to write. Anyone can write it. And this, all of the code we did not write. We are not going to write a single line of code among this. Okay. We're going to use a tool. So let's go to Google, open your browser, and here we're going to search for something called as CSS button generator. Okay, and this is the site css3buttongenerator.com. You can see this is the button that we have here. This is the same button, only the size of the text is increased. If you want to change the text, you can just change the text here and see how it looks. You can also change the font family if you want. Suppose there are only 3 available right now, but you can always change that in CSS. Let's keep it Arial. If you want to change the font color, you can see it is white right now. If you want to change it, you also have a color picker where you can put whatever value you want, input the font size, then text shadow. If you want a text shadow, that means shadow to this text. Let's just see the effect. When you apply it, the color changes a little bit. Let's see a darker color so you can see it more properly. Okay, this is the black color now. And we can also adjust the parameters on which side we want. You can see the shadow shifts on X and then on Y axis as well. Okay, then you can also add how blur you want it to be. You can see the more you add, the blur it gets, the text shadow that is behind the submit text. Okay, the next option that we have here is box. If you want a box shadow, so let's just stick it, and let's see again, black box shadow we want. We'll increase the size. You can see X and Y axis, we want it on both the sides, and let's make it a little bit blur so it looks neomorphic. Let's add a bit of padding. Let's increase it, or let's just leave padding alone because it does not look good. You can increase, you can see you have common padding on all sides, or you have all the 4 sides padding. Okay, so you can just adjust the level you want, top, bottom, right and left, and then move forward. Then next we have border. If you want a border radius means how this curved corners, how much curved this corner should be. So you can put 60 is the maximum value, so they will be rounded corners. You can also change it if you want. Now we can also add a border, but a border doesn't look good, so we'll just remove that border, and then we'll add a background. You can see background color is already there. If you want to change it, you can easily change it. Let's see start color and end color, so it's a gradient, so you can always change your color like this. And if you want a solid color, you can also click on solid. If you want a gradient, you can select gradient. So let's just let it be like this. Now last one is the hover state. After we hover, what color we want to appear, then again we'll change it to some other color. Okay, now let's see what happens when we hover. Okay, so now the color is changed. Let's change it a little bit more. Okay, this looks good. You can always check out color combinations, and then according to that you can apply that. I'm just showing this so that you can use this tool. Now if you go at the bottom of the screen, you can see copy the code. So whatever changes we did to this button here, all of this was copied, all of the code was written down here. Now the simple thing you can do is just copy this code, select all of it, copy it. Now go back to your text editor. I'll delete all of this code. I'll show you step by step what I did, and I'll also delete all of this. Now the first thing you have to do is we have to write the HTML boilerplate code. So in VS Code, you just have to write this exclamation mark hit tab, boom, the boilerplate code is there. Now you have to change it. Let's change the title to button. Now we are applying all the changes that are there from the style sheet. Whatever we code copied, we have copied from here, we're going to paste it into our style sheet. So let's paste it here. Now, if you learn CSS, you know that a dot means we are using a class. Okay, and before using CSS, we need to link it. So inside this head tag, we'll link our CSS after the meta tags stylesheet.css. Now I have linked it. Let's open it in live server. You can see still there's no button available here. Why is that? Because I haven't created a button yet. Inside the body section, everything is empty. So let's just create a button and right click me, and I'll save it. Again, if I visit a browser, you can see now this is just a normal button. This button looks nothing like this. So again, why is that? That is because we added this styling to a particular class called as btn. Okay, so what you have to do again here, the last step is write a class here and give it a class name of btn. Now as soon as you save it, now you can see that our button looks similar to this, and we did not have to write even a single line of CSS. Okay, we did not even have to write a single line of CSS. All we had to do was add a few HTML elements. Now there's one more way you can do this. If you don't want this button class, you can directly do it like this, button, and instead of using that .btn, you can use button hover and button. It will directly call this selector button that we have used. And even if we delete this class now and save it, you can see the changes will still be there because we directly added everything to this button. But the disadvantage is, now let's say after some time again I want a button, okay, and this is a different button. I don't want the same styling, but let's see what happens. Now I've created this two buttons. This one I want the styling that I've already chosen, but this one I don't want any style. But due to this, what will happen is both of them will look similar. So if you want to change that, what you can do is, again we can add .btn here and .btn here, and whichever class we want this button to go to, we'll just add a class of btn here and save it. Now if you check, this button looks whatever we wanted here to be, and this is just normal plain old button. Okay, there are many amazing tools out there that can do this, but this is one of my favorite that I use sometimes to create a few buttons, and which you can also use. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed till yet. Make sure you also like my video and comment down below what are your thoughts about this video and what videos you want next. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.